a deeper look into a baggage handling system, but specifically the EBS section. I want to start with the end point of the bag's life in the EBS. It gets tilted off the tray with this machine. It's called the tilter. All it does is tilt to the side and throws the bag off. And I'll just give you a quick little arrow of where the bag goes. It drops onto this conveyor belt. Once the bag hits this conveyor belt, it's off to the baggage handling system where it'll be sorted to go onto a plane. After the bag leaves the tray gets prepared to be stacked. Taking a closer look at the stacker, all it does is have two arms that clamps around a tray to pick it up and allow one more to go underneath it. It does this until there's 3 trays, which then the arms will go below the conveyor belt and let it continue on to either the storage area or straight down to the destacker. Next, we're going to focus on the conveyor belt that brings the bags to be dropped off on the tray. I got a little bit lazy with the 3D model. This red line shows where the conveyor belt will continue to drop off the bag into the tray. Let's pretend that there's an actual tray and it's going to pick up a bag. The science behind how it works, how do we know which tray has which bag? On the conveyor belt, it has an automatic tag reader, and before the bag gets dropped off into the tray is scanned by an RFID scanner, knowing exactly what tray has what bag. Once the tray has the bag, it's going to go in this order I'm drawing the line. It goes around, and then whichever spot is open to go into the actual rack, the tray will go. If they're all filled, it's just going to keep cycling until there's a spot open. Now let's look over this section that's highlighted. This is the manual encoding section, so if a bag didn't get scanned, it goes there. After you scan the tag, it's going to go into the rack the same way as the other ones. But if it doesn't have a tag, it will be sent out of the system to get solved by somebody else who can try figuring out whose bag is it. Now going to where the rack should be, we're going to go straight to the hoist. The hoist just lifts the tray up and down for the rack. Let me give a 3D model of the actual hoist. This is where the tray goes onto. There's a couple points that you need to focus on, a couple photo eyes to make sure that it's on, a couple photo eyes to make sure the tray isn't too far on either side of the hoist. And besides that, it just lifts the tray up and down and then puts it into the rack. But from the inbound hoist, how do we even transfer from the transfer unit to the shuttle? It's legitimately in the name. It holds the tray until the shuttle can pick it up. Moving on to the shuttle that actually picks up the tray, this is what it looks like. It picks up the tray and then either puts it into the rack or moves it to the exiting side or the transfer unit for the outbound side. Moving to the outbound side for the transfer unit, this holds in the tray with that red object you can see. I'm not too smart to describe it, but the outbound hoist has a piece of metal. It extends and presses on that to release the tray. And then after that, we start back to where we started in the beginning of the video. The tray goes to the tilter, the bag gets thrown off, and the cycle starts again.